Hello again, it's Matty G. The vote was in. Astoundingly, Calmsden Farms came on top by a massive amount. Um, Almost triple any of the closest votes. So, yeah, we're just going to do a little brief setup, 10 20 minutes most, just so we can get into the game. Starting on Farm Manager, we've sold the house, or the sleep point, and the dog. Don't need that, obviously. 1.5 million is our starting. Bought two fields, field 7, field 10. We're going to turn the bottom of field 7 into our sort of farm area, farmyard, if you like, house and whatnot. We can turn the rest of 7 into some arable. I'm not sure exactly what we do with 10 yet. It could be kept as grass, could not be. But this is where we're going to make a start. So we'll show how we like to do things. First off, it's going to need some levelling out. A lot of people find the landscape tools a bit daunting, but it's not so bad. So we're going to go in the corner here for our actual build. So I want to try and work out where the highest sort of points are. Just clack a little bit in. Keep the trigger down, or the finger down if you like, while you're doing it. Try and stay away from the edges as best as you can. You will spend a bit of money doing this. It's not to worry. This is just so that when you put your placeables down, your buildings, etc., it's not going to ruin everything. And of course, things can change. Right, now that bit's done. Everyone's going to be thinking, oh, you've left yourself with loads of high bits and low bits. It's no worry. What you do now is just simply soften with the soften tool, or smooth, some people like to say. And again, you do exactly the same thing. You just follow the ridge lines that you've created, holding the button down. Slow movements, no need to rush it. Again, this is going to take a load of money out. And again, you might even replant over all of this with just a bit of shrubbery or something in the long run. It won't all get used at the start. You're going to need to smooth it off so your vehicles can manoeuvre on it. Just go around the edges. As you can see, no more real lumps and bumps. Vehicles can manoeuvre over that pretty easily. It's fairly straight all round now. And now comes the fun part, buildings. The building of your farm. Let's quickly check what we got. See, that's the sleep trigger. So if you don't find a farmhouse you like, but you have a placeable house, you can use a placeable house and just add the sleep trigger, which is probably what we will do. Into our bits and bobs. Yeah, it's very British. Question is, where we're going to want our farmhouse. Possibly separate from the farm. Have it somewhere at a slight angle for a garden there. Go with that. Seeing if that matches at all. Not really. What else we got? Is that a pub? It is a pub. Nice. I like that. It's a shame that doesn't really match. Still. Always good to have a little butcher around and see what you've got in your placeable. Sometimes you can mishmatch things together that... Oh, that wouldn't fit. That would go well. That's definitely not British. Although, freakishly, I do like it. See, with a simple tap of the button, you now could place that there. Looks a bit out of place here though. Oh, that doesn't though. Looks like an extension. Yeah, quite like that. So obviously you've got lots of different types of mods we can use now, which is always good. You get it where you want, tap your little place anywhere triangle, place them down. I don't know what one, probably the smaller one under the windows. See, there's our little British style house with a little outhouse. That's yeah, it fits all right. It's not too bad. I quite like it. I quite like it. And of course, you've got a whole back garden to play around with as well. Parking spaces, no, it wouldn't work. I like the idea of a pub bench type style garden. Somewhere about there. We also have somewhere in here. Oh, I do like that. Use that in a build at some point. No, I know I've got them in here. I've got some umbrellas that I can pop in place. Must have gone past them. These placeable packs are brilliant, but they do take some getting used to. Oh, there we go. The way to do this is just got to nurse it under. Like that. There you go. And there's obviously lots of placeables you can add. From roadblocks I've got on here, other houses, more decorations. These are seasonal decorations, change with the season. Placeable cars, that's best for your sort of builds and whatnot. Things like these barrels. I mean, obviously that'd be more ideal in a pub scenario. You have these barrels. I mean, that more looks like a water collector. Yeah, there, than a barrel. Old rusty wheelbarrow. Literally lay that there. No problem. There's so many different bits and bobs. When you get right into it, there are so many small pieces. You could sit here creating for hours and hours on end. Which I do. I mean, that is a thing. I have done that many a times. But we'll move on. Briefly. We're not going to get a complete setup done. But we will give it a good go. So normally I like to create my own workshop areas with what's available. But we do have the British shed packs. This one, which is a vehicle barn. We've also got this one, which is a small one. This one, on the other hand, actually has a vehicle workshop inside, which is always handy. The only thing is, it is rather large. I won't go do a big, large farm, but I think that will go nicely. There. Make sure that's, yeah, it's leveled everything else out around it, so might as well jump back into landscape. Click on the level. And get this bit sorted. Jump over to the soften. Not softening on this corner very well. Yeah, that's what's up. Back over to your buildings. Back to the sheds. So if there's anything else that's going to help us at all, to start with. And that'll be, I think that'll do. That'll do, pig, as they say. Now we're going to want a silo. Do you like that one? No, that's way too big. So this is from the Bavarian pack. Holds 2 million. And although big, I really do think this could be a good shout. Question is where to put it. Maybe offset it here. We can come back to that. We can come back to that. We can check out some other bits and bobs. What else we got? We definitely would like one of them. And generally, I try to put them just outside so they can be washed on their way in. About there. We'll put 2 down, as we're using the cheaper jet wash out of the ones that are available. That's the in-game one there. It's 4,500. Obviously, you can tell this one's a lot cheaper. Does exactly the same thing. So yeah, you can get 2 of them for next to nothing that way. Containers. We will need fuel. I'll just stick with the in-game one. So it's always choosing where to put it. Let me just pop it on the end here. Nice and close. There. Fill up either side of that. Always have one of these. I have a simple rule. Start off with this, work your way up to try and build yourself a solar farm or a wind farm. Eventually, obviously. Doesn't always work. But we'll get to the rest of it later on. I hope to see you then. Take care.